Oh man, I came back with another video, guys. And this time I'm just wanna just go over a few things. I've seen a video from Man Like Rage, and he kind of went through the court proceedings. He went and saw what happened in the courtroom. He went to Barking Magistrates Court, and he looked like he saw everything. And he took down his notes. So I'm gonna play this little clip for you.
Ghetts is being charged with death by dangerous driving. The prosecutors explained that Ghetts knocked over the individual and threw him up to 60 to 70 feet. He was left bleeding from his head. A member of the public went to help once they saw the individual on the floor with his items scattered in the street.
Okay, because a lot of people on the internet, they're very insensitive and they were like clowning the whole situation, like 60 to 70 feet. I don't think it was in the air, it was forward because the speed that he was going, he threw him forward 60 to 70 feet. Because 60 to 70 feet in the air, it just wouldn't be possible. Even though I will play, if I'm allowed to play the footage of him getting knocked over, which is really very distressing to see. But you start to see the way the incident took place, and it was very fast, and he didn't really stand a chance.
He was bleeding from his head and he had a pool of blood beside him. The member of public said he was non-responsive, so they began to give him CPR until the ambulance came. He had 2 collapsed lungs, fracture to the brain, and suffered cardiac arrest.
Okay, I know I hate to stop this, but would it have helped if Getz would have just got out of his car, phoned the ambulance, and stayed at the scene? Would that have done any difference? Would that have helped him? Because I, I've seen the footage, and as soon as there's a woman walking in the background, and it looked like she just really noticed that this guy has been run over, and like that's the person who got help. So it weren't really an incident where it was a time where if he was there, if he didn't drive off, the speed that he was going at the time, it didn't make no difference if he stopped or not. Because at the end of the day, it's one of those things where sometimes you get hit and it's fatal, no matter how much you think time may be at the essence of someone's being helped during an accident. Sometimes it's already too late. I'm sorry to say that, but
A motorist who witnessed the incident gave Ghetts' car registration to the police. Police then went to his address hours later and he seemed to not remember, and he asked the police, "What car was I driving?"
what car was I driving? God, he must have been out of his mind. He must have been high out of his life, man, for him to not even remember what car he was driving.
They searched his house and found the key for his BMW, but they couldn't see the car. They then searched the local area around his house and found that the car was parked away from his property, even though he had a parking space on his drive.
Nah, that looks even bad. Like, you have to think like, okay, he done what he did, but now he's trying to somewhat cover up his own crime. I mean, it's not very smart because he has his own CCTV. So to be doing this, it looks even worse. Like people were saying they're gonna throw the book at him. Like when you think about it, in a sense where you've done something, you've run someone over, you've gone home, and then now you're trying to cover up that you've run someone over. Come on, man, this looks bad.
The CCTV at his home address showed that Ghetts was the only person to get out of the car wearing the same clothing on the night. They saw the significant damage to the car with a cracked windscreen and missing side mirror that was found on the scene and was linked to his vehicle.
I don't know what on earth he was thinking because he literally self snitched on himself with his own CCTV, and the car's registered to him. So he couldn't say someone stole his car and ran the guy over.
He was then taken to Islington police station. They also took a mouth swab which was positive for cannabis, and a breathalyzer which was also positive for alcohol on his breath.
Okay, that's just bad. Like, you're looking at a guy who was high on weed and drunk. You just don't mix those two things together and get in the car. Oh man, it's like his life's gone kind of full circle from where he started, where people said he was a car thief and stuff like that. But it's weird how the circle of his life has gone. It's like you meant to grow up and mature as a person, but he seemed to have gone to a circle where he's just gone right back to where he was. I don't know if he was in prison before, but it looked like he's gone from turning his life around, not being in prison, to somehow going to be in his 40s, going right back. It's like a midlife crisis. He's going right back into a circle, and you end up right back in prison.
He said that his car had collided with another car, but the motorist obviously saw different.
In this day and age, where people's phones have cameras and video recorders, people's doorbells have video recorders, buses have cameras on them. Everybody has. London's the most CCTV place in the world. You ain't going a mile or a few steps without being recorded somehow, some way. And he thought it was a good idea to lie about the incident.
CCTV from the petrol station on the same night of the incident shows Ghetts get out of the car, fill up petrol, and go to pay. It shows he was the only person in the car as he walked away and locked the doors. Police also accessed cell site information that shows his journey along the roads that the collision had happened.
It's weird. This guy, there's no logical sense in anything he's doing, because everything's tracked. Even you literally, you got a phone and your phone is tracking you everywhere you go. If you get lost, they'll just find out where your phone pinged to. And especially with these smart cars as well, they track you. So to sit down and say that, oh, I wasn't there, or this happened, you can't get away with the lies. The technology's there. Unless someone's hacked into a system and make everything look like lies. Really. Everything on you, snitching on you, from your phone to your car.
He was interviewed by police and gave a no comment interview all the way, and gave no access to his mobile phone at the time. The prosecution then went, there's a lot to cover, so follow me as I will be posting a part 3.
Oh yeah, he's milking this a bit, but yo, I give the guys prop, man. This guy's doing some good job. I'll give him props for that. So follow this guy, and I'm gonna give you my little rendition of this, because I want to see, like, this is what this is Ilford. This is Redbridge Lane, Ilford. So we're gonna have a look at the area. Okay, but first, yeah, here we go. So this is the area that he was driving in. I would think so. So yeah. This is like, I think this is the road. So he was driving down this road, and I think that what the CCTV came from, what? It could have came from this right here. Like, this company might have had CCTV and saw the whole incident. So the guy might have crossed over from the road, and he got knocked over around here. Could be, I could be wrong. But I'm looking and I can see CCTV right here. And when I saw the actual footage, it looked like, let me have a look. Nah, it couldn't be from there, but I'm just saying that presumably. This is a long road. A long road. I can see how someone can see this road and think to themselves, wow, it's like a racetrack, you know? Well, no road's a racetrack, but, you know, in his mind, he's thinking like, oh, clear, it's nighttime, it's clear, I can speed up the road. And then, you know, I was looking there. This looked like the road. This is the road, definitely the road here. It may have gone out of the. It looks like it's the road. I mean, I don't know how someone can speed down this road. It's like a little residential road. It's very dangerous, man. Very dangerous indeed. Redbridge Lane. Let's see. Check this out. Check this out. 20 mile per hour zone here. Don't know if that's this road or that road here. Got 20 over here. Don't know what it says on the floor here. It says slow, so he, you know, he obviously hasn't reading the road at all. It looked like this road used to have like speed bumps here, but it looked like this must have flattened them. A lot of the roads had speed bumps, but they seemed to have damaged the cars at the time. But I think that may have helped, because I remember when I was passing my test, they had a lot of speed bumps on these roads, because this is where I was driving to pass my test. And that that was a speed bump right there. And there's another one that they flattened. They get rid of these things and then someone dies. I mean, I'm not saying that is the reason why, but they're there for a good reason, to slow people down, because this is schools around here as well. So that's really sad. It looked like he was driving. Let's see, it was this type of car he was driving, and this is the incident right here. So I'm gonna see if we can get the car and the incident showing. Let me see, is this where we are at? It's not even working. Okay, that's, there we go.
Bag. Yeah.
So we're gonna have a look at this right here. Check this out. Check this. Whoa. Here's the guy. Gonna be very slow here. Very slow. He's walking. Okay, that's him walking right now. So he's looking to cross the road. Okay, and he doesn't see any cars coming. So I don't know if he looked left or right. And then here's ghetts coming, and his BMW M5, and it looks like he panics when he sees the car, and he runs forward out of panic into the car. I'm not saying ghetts is in the right, but he shouldn't be smoking weed and drinking, but he looks like he runs forward rather than going backwards, because it's just I think it's a fight or flight reaction where he just doesn't know what to do, so he runs into the car. Right here, look, you can see him running. But is he running away? Nah, I'm trying to figure it out, because let me go rewind it. Because I think is he past the white line? There's the white line there. Okay, there's the white line right there, and that's the car right there. So he's past the white line, or he's on the white line, and ghetts is right there as he's just about past the white line, and he thinks he can outrun the car by panic. This is panic mode, and through the panic, he's run in front of the car when he sees the car coming at speed. So it looked like he never heard the car coming. It's night time, he never heard the car, and he's just seeing this car that's come out of nowhere. He panics and tries to outrun the car, and the car ends up knocking him 70 feet, and I think, is that his shadow? That was his shadow. So he was flowing in the air 60 to 70 feet. Not upwards, but in the air. And the rest, that's his shoes. That's the type of speed and velocity that he's been hitting. He hit him at to a point where the only thing left was his shoes to come down. He knocked him off his shoes, and his body isn't seen in the footage because his body's 70 feet away. That's the speed that he was going at. That is crazy. And then, so it looked like after that, gets goes home, parks. He knows what he does. Parks his car round the corner from where he lives, and makes up this whole crazy excuse that he got into an accident, and he thinks this will fly with the police. Really sad. I mean, I know this is a sad video. I know I'm boring. I'm a boring person, but I just had to like just go through everything because I think to myself like, how is this all possible that this guy can do this and then not really think to own up to it and just own it and say like, yo, I'm gonna do my time. But he seemed like he was trying to lie his way out of it somehow, which is just a bit. It seems a bit delusional that someone could be in their mind thinking like, if I just told the police we got into a car crash, they'll believe it. Where every step of your journey, even if I went out to the shop, there's a CCTV coming from my doorbell. There's my phone. The shop will have CCTV. The bus will see me on CCTV. You can't just lie your way through the world. So it was weird that he thought that he could just kind of get away with it. I don't know if he just gave up or he's just so high he thought I can just make up a lie. I don't know what to make of it. Really, really odd. But man, my heart goes out to the young Nepalese 20-year-old. He hardly had a life, really. 20 years old. I remember when I was 20. Man, I didn't do much. Just went to college. But just to be from another country and to come into UK. I mean, I guess I want to see how long he was in the UK because sometimes the roles can be confusing. Because from what I can see, he tried to outrun the car, and then that's from my experience. I remember when I was young, I had my bike, and there was a time I came out in between some parked cars, and a woman was coming speeding down the road, and I didn't expect her to come speeding down the road, and she came really, really fast, and I came out without any lights on my bike, and it was dark, and luckily she stopped just in time, and I literally froze. I didn't know what to do. I saw the car come at me, and I didn't expect the car to come. It was coming so fast, I literally froze. But what I didn't do is try to outrun the car. I was literally frozen with fear that I almost got knocked over, and the woman said to me, I almost knocked you over. Are you stupid? And I said to her, sorry. And she said, I'm sorry. You're lucky I didn't knock you down. And I was like, from that day, I got lights on my bike, got some reflectors, lights on my bike, and I always remember that day, and I always looked left and right before I came up between parked cars. But as I see this Nepalese student, maybe he was new to the roads, and he tried to. From what I can see, he panicked and he was trying to outrun the vehicle when he saw the car coming at speed. I mean, depending on how things would have turned out, it's just like a split-second decision where you decide to outrun the car or you can freeze. But I think he was already past the white line. So when he did see the car, he thought he can outrun it and get to the pavement, but it was too late. I think something he could have done, I'm not saying it would have saved anything, or because Getz was already going at a speed. He could have gone backwards instead of trying to outrun it, but I think everybody panics during this period of time, and I think that's the end result, really. I'm sorry to say that. Like, subscribe, and I'm out. See you in the next video.